Hello and welcome to another episode of Canary Knits. I'm your host, Antoinette. Welcome! This week I have so much to talk about. I think it's going to be a really long video. If you're new here, I'm Antoinette. Hi! I live in the Midwest and I'm a knit and crochet fiber artist. I've been knitting and crocheting for about 25 years, which makes me 37, and I don't have a preference which one I like to do. I do both equally, and I love making garments. I like making fit tested things that will stand the test of time. I like using bright colors. I like acrylic, and I even like Red Heart Super Saver. So yeah, that's a little bit of who I am. All of my information is linked below, and everything I talk about, like pattern wise or yarn wise, will also be linked below. This is episode 9, so I'm kind of just still finding my pacing. I had a channel, if you're second time subscribing, I had a channel, a Canary Knits channel, and it got erased because of some strange things. I like the format that I'm doing now better, and I think they're just flowing a lot better. I'm posting more, so yeah. Okay, first things first, the thing that I am wearing. I love this dress. I made this dress. I made it. This is the Grannies on Fire dress by Nautical Nadia on, I think, TikTok, Facebook, and possibly YouTube. I will link them below. They're an inclusive pattern designer, and I just love this dress. I love it so much. It all starts with a simple bust measurement, and from there you make the rest of the dress. It's just worked up really well for me. I love the way it looks. I love the way it fits. I'm super comfortable in it. I am a pretty modest person in my day-to-day life mostly, so this does have a halter back and halter, like a little halter top here, but I put this can't really see it. I put this like jacket over it because it's winter time, so it kept my arms a little bit warmer, and I think added like a little bit something extra. This is how I styled it today. I'll put some pictures of other ways that I've styled this dress. I love this dress. I can't say enough about it. I do have a little tip. I got some comments on the TikTok I posted about this dress asking how to get Red Heart Super Saver to be soft. And I got this tip from my mom, who grew up crocheting in the 70s and 80s when there were even less yarn choices, right? And Red Heart Super Saver was one that always was around and had bright colors, so she used it. We love it in my family. It's very nostalgic for me. I'll probably always use it. Like this, I didn't have to buy any yarn for this dress. I just had all of the black on hand. But to soften it up, I do soak my Red Heart Super Saver garments in the bathtub with hair conditioner, like half a bottle of hair conditioner. It doesn't have to be fancy hair conditioner, but if you can afford like Horse and Mane, which is made for horses and like extra brittle hair. I used to use it in my hair when it was super more curly, more textured. It's just a really good product, but if you can soak it in there overnight, I know it's a big commitment, but with a huge payout. Soak it overnight in hair conditioner and some soak, which soak is a product that I highly recommend to relax your knits. It's part of the blocking process. It's just a little, basically like a really light detergent, and it just releases those stitches, evens out your tension, does all the wonderful things that blocking does, right? So just a little bit of soak and like a whole bottle of hair conditioner overnight, rinse it out, wash it from there, use fabric softener if you can, and you should have like an extremely soft, durable, reliable garment. Let's get started. I have so much. And I took notes this time. So I wanted to talk about this dress. Love it. 10 out of 10. Highly recommend the pattern. Highly recommend the designer. This is the first pattern from them that I've used, but I've seen some of their other designs and they're really cool. So I'll definitely be checking those out. As far as finished objects, I've been on a finishing object spree. I am not messing around. I have 2 Christmas boutique shopping situations coming up, art markets, if you will, and I want to be prepared. So I've been making stuff as fast as I can. My beanies, my Luxe beanies that I sell, all my shops are linked below as well if you want to buy anything. But my beanies take me about a month to knit. I've been making beanies for 15-20 years, and I have found the way that I'm most comfortable making them to make a durable, solid product. I basically do knit one, purl one, rib all the way up, and then switch to double pointed needles when it gets too small, decrease. It gives you that nice little triangle shape. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. It gives you that nice little shape when you decrease like that. And so I have 2 beanies done. This is a beanie, and I have my little tag on there. I love my tags. And that's one beanie. Here's a second beanie. These are available in my shop if you'd like to purchase them. And this was made with Mandala Sparkle in Draco. Fun little pom-pom there. And then I have a third beanie. This is a present for a friend. Really like this color. This is some I love this yarn that I bought. I refuse to support Hobby Lobby, but my favorite yarn is I love this yarn, and so I will buy it secondhand from people because I'm not supporting Hobby Lobby directly, but they are, but I'm just purchasing it from an individual. So it makes me feel kind of a little bit better about how much I love this yarn. The brand, I love this yarn. But yeah, this is I love this yarn. I think it's called Harvest Green. I can't quite remember. But this is a gift for a friend. I can't wait to give it to him. Now, I feel like I've been doing a lot more knitting, but the crochet that I've been doing has actually just been going faster, which is pretty typical for me. So I've been making scrunchies a lot. And I'll probably be posting the tutorial of how I do my scrunchies pretty soon. Again, everything for me has to be durable and fit tested. So I had an original way that I was making scrunchies, but I was finding that the ends weren't staying woven in through like years of wear. And so I just kind of did a redesign. And this is my newest scrunchie design. It is more ruffly, a little bit fuller, and has an extra round than my previous scrunchies. I still have the previous scrunchies available on my shop. They are just now called normal size scrunchies, and these are called deluxe scrunchies. So yeah, they're just, in my opinion, a little bit more durable if that's what you're going for. And I wear one of these pretty much every day in my hair, and I have not had an issue with the ends poking out, which I did have with the way I was previously doing my scrunchies. So yeah, I will share some tips on how I make sure the ends don't pop out coming soon. My next finished object took a really long time. I've been working on this since September, and I still have some ends to work a little bit, but this is my sage green blanket knit on 25mm needles. Yeah, I cast on, I think 28, and knit in stockinette until I ran out of yarn, which for me was 8 balls of yarn. And the result is an extremely soft, squishy blanket that I really, really like. This will most likely be a present for a friend for Christmas. I am possibly going to try and sell it in a Christmas market. And if it doesn't sell, then it will be going to a friend, because that's the point I'm at right now. Everything has to kind of go to market. I only had like 2-3 weeks to prep for this market because it's kind of a last minute thing. So yeah, everything counts. For my works in progress, I have another beanie that I'm making. This is with Red Heart Super Saver Serenity. I got this yarn in a mystery box. I think a Joann's mystery box before Joann was gone. And it's quite soft. If you look at it, it doesn't really have much twist to it. It's more like a roving kind of yarn. But it's quite nice to work with. It's a lot softer than Red Heart Super Saver, just the basic color ones, and it's working out pretty good. So I just have to basically finish the crown of this hat. I like my hats long. I have a big head, and I think a lot of cute people have really big heads, and I like making hats for cuties. And so my hats are generally pretty oversized just so that they fit everyone, including myself. I am still working on these Halloween socks. I am so close to being done with them. I think I'm just doing the decreases here. So basically just decreasing after the gusset, and then it'll just be straight knitting until till I graft the toes together. It's been a while since I made socks. I haven't been working on them very much. I love making socks. I find them very satisfying. I love sock yarn. I love that I could play around with hand-dyed yarn a little bit and still stick within a budget is really important to me. And this is the Hobie Halloween double knit sock yarn that I got 2 years ago, and this pair of socks that I've been working on for almost 2 years, which seems really unlikely, but I've just had, you know, a lot going on. Oh, I want to say also, when I make my socks, I do knit them on a 9-inch circular needle, and I do kind of like a hybrid method where for the heel, I do double pointed needles because it's just easier for me. I have pretty big hands, long fingers. So, it took me a while to learn how to make socks. If you're new to sock making, I highly suggest the Crazy Sock Lady's 9-inch circular tutorial. I had a really difficult time until I watched that and did it with her a few times, and now they're pretty good for me. They roll right along. Another work in progress, I am making yet another super oversized blanket. This one is for my brother for a birthday/Christmas present. His birthday was November 25th, and so I normally give him, like, if I'm doing a homemade present, somewhere in between his birthday and Christmas, so I don't get to see him very much. But this is what it looks like so far, and it's going to be a little bit bigger than the sage green one. Already you can tell it's bigger. On 25mm needles again, and just working in stockinette stitch until I run out of yarn. I did get 2 extra balls of yarn compared to the sage green blanket because I wanted it super oversized. My brother's 6'5", so that is what's going on with that. Now I have acquisitions, and you can probably see some of my stash. It's over there in the corner. It's in totes, but it is a little messy. But so that over there is my stash, and then this over here is my acquisitions. And I didn't mean for it to happen. I've technically been on a yarn buying ban for the past few months, but I have recently discovered that the Dollar Tree has yarn, right? I've talked about this in a couple episodes, but I couldn't help myself, and I've been really into Dollar Tree yarn. So just going and getting, 5 skeins of yarn, $7.50, you can't really beat it, and I make really cute scrunchies with them. So first I'm going to do my acquisitions just from the Dollar Tree and around the house. So this, you may notice I'm also in a different environment. I have moved 4 times in 2 years. That's the reality sometimes of being a single parent in a big city. just trying to make things work on one income. So yeah, I'm in a new apartment, a little bit more affordable. I'm possibly going to be a student again in a few months, so I'm really excited about that. Got big things happening in my life, but this is my new yarn studio slash bedroom slash library slash closet slash whatever. But when we were cleaning out the closet in the hallway, we found this yarn. It's called Baby B. I believe this is also from Hobby Lobby, which again, I will not shop at, but I will purchase Hobby Lobby yarn secondhand. And my roommate bought this at a thrift store for $3.99 for a big old ball of it. And we have two. Yay! So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to make with that, but I was really excited about that because I have been making jumbo blankets lately, and that yarn is not cheap. And now the Dollar Tree yarn. Okay. Premier Just Chenille for crafters, makers, knitters, and crocheters. This is a super bulky yarn. The color is Iris. Look at how beautiful that is. Thank you, Dollar Tree. We love you. We love you so much. I couldn't resist this yarn when I saw this color. I just thought it was so beautiful. Who doesn't love purple? I love purples, pinks, reds, yellows, blues. I'm in a green era lately, but basically love all the colors. So love this iris color. So good. I got this beautiful chocolate brown. And I think the color is called brown, velvet brown. I lost the label. Whoops, I lost the label. This beautiful baby blue color. Some of these are already used because I couldn't help it. I just had to get right into it. Oh, check out this one. This one is called Light Mauve. I'm a big fan of that one. Can't wait to make some cute little scrunchies, headbands, whatever. Another iris because it was just so beautiful. And then I got Just Yarn worsted weight Premier in the color pink, pale pink. And I don't know why I bought this. I probably had an idea for it at the time. Maybe I will make my daughter a shirt out of it. I'm not sure if I have enough, but I combine it with another yarn. But I bought 4 balls of this, so I might make a kid's shirt out of it. One more light baby blue. Really pretty. I love it so much. And pink. Just a pink in the Premier Just Chenille pink from the Dollar Tree. I love it. $1.25. Yes, thank you, Dollar Tree. Next, I'm unboxing a very special package. My friend Daeya, who is like a dancer, an activist, a fashionista, she sent me a package of yarn all the way from Oregon that she had in her home, and she thought of me and sent it to me. And I love all of the yarn that she sent so much. I've only peeked at the top of it, but actually this yarn, I love this yarn, came from the package that Daeya sent. It just so happened that it was peeking over. This was stuffed full when I got it. So it was like that, and that one was peeking over, and I just had to grab it and use it immediately because it was so beautiful. So let's see what goodies are in here. And thank you so much, Daeya. I really appreciate it. If you ever have any yarn that you don't want, feel free to send it to me. I use all of it, like every piece of the yarn, including like here, I have some yarn ends from my blanket that I made, and I will use those to stuff amigurumi or plushies. because I don't like waste. I like to use every single part of my craft materials. And yeah, like I said, Red Heart I'm a big fan of, so yeah. Okay. Ooh. This yarn doesn't have a label, but I feel like it's mandala. I don't know. Look at those beautiful colors. Purple. Ooh, you know what? I know already a person I want to use this yarn for. I want to make a hat for one of my friends in Oregon with this yarn. Lovely. Ooh, okay. This kind of looks like loops and threads to me, but I'm not sure. Again, they have like a roving type yarn, a beautiful forest green color. And I did mention earlier that I'm kind of in a green era. I'm really drawn to greens. Pink is my normal favorite color, and I feel like pink goes really well with green, and so maybe that's why, but I've just been loving everything green lately. Green yarn, green, thinking about doing my hair green as well, like just loving it. Okay. Here's some Kobu. Yay! Black charcoal coal Kobu. I use this all the time. This top is made out of Kobu. It's really soft cotton bamboo blend. Ooh. Look at these beautiful like fall colors. Purples, whites, and oranges, like a rust. Oh, wow. Yeah. That is gonna be nice. I'm so excited. What is this? Velvety Smooth Sparkle in Navy. Oh, wow. Yarn Bee. Again, I believe a Hobby Lobby brand, but I didn't buy it, so I'm okay to use it. Those are my own personal rules, but you know, everyone has their own. Oh, another skein of this. I believe this is called Valley Girl. I love this yarn in Valley Girl, and it's what that beanie is made out of. It is so nice. I love it. I love it. I've gotten compliments on this. I was working on it in the laundromat, and this lady was like, "Oh man, that yarn is so pretty." It's like, I know. Ooh, I think more loops and threads. I can't be sure, but a roving type yarn in like a beautiful peacock blue and green. I love that. Wow. That's going to be fun to work with. Maybe make a headscarf. Ooh. KC premium yarn, hand dyed. 94% cotton, 6% Lurex. In the color unicorn. Okay. I have never worked with this before. Huh. But I'm really excited to work with it because it looks really pretty. More roving type yarn. I believe loops and threads. Probably make a handkerchief out of this. Or maybe a scrunchie even. Oh yes, some more of that earlier colorway. That'll be good because I would love to make a hat out of that. Ooh, velvety smooth sparkle in navy again. I love when there's enough to like really do something with it. Like even my scarves I like extra super long, so maybe we'll do like a super long scarf. Or ooh, fingerless mitts. Maybe that's what I'll do with those. And more roving type yarn in like a blue. It looks like half a skein of blue and half a skein of green. Awesome. Well, I am feeling truly inspired, and I just have so many things to work on. I think I'm going to get to working on all of them. I'm going to do my best to show you my progress as I finish things up this week and next week, and I'll just be busy. And hopefully after next week, we'll do a little bit of market prep. I might put out a couple of tutorials. I'm working on a scarf pattern, and I've got big things in the works, so stay tuned. Thanks so much for joining me. If you made it this far, will you drop me a pink heart, please, so that I know someone's here? I know y'all are there, but just say hey, just say hey. Okay, thanks so much. I'll catch you next time. Bye. I'm working on an extra chunky oversized blanket for my brother's birthday, and I am not going to have enough yarn to make it as big as I want to make it, because I want it super oversized. He's 6'5", so, and he wants it oversized. So my roommate my roommate found this yarn in her closet when she was cleaning it out, and she found it at a thrift store for $3.99, which is awesome. So I'm going to blend this with this to stretch my yarn, basically. And yeah, it's Thanksgiving break, so you'll probably hear my kids playing in the background. They're off from school this week. So yeah, let's get busy. I really liked the idea of making stripes with that random closet thrift store yarn, but I ended up ripping this blanket out, even though I was like a quarter of the way done. I ripped the entire thing out and started over again because it was just going to be too oversized. Like, I love a giant blanket, but there is such a thing as too oversized. I did not celebrate Thanksgiving this year. I live in the United States of America, and it's kind of a tough time politically for those of us that are people of color and or gay or just other in different ways. But I did enjoy spending time with my girls when they were out of school, and I really enjoy exposing them to yarn crafts. They can't quite get the hang of knitting or crocheting yet, but they really enjoy practicing. I love parallel play. If you're not familiar with the concept, parallel play is when you are sitting next to someone and they're doing something different than you, but you're still interacting. Children do it a lot. Primates do it a lot. It makes me extremely happy. I love being in the presence of my girls and interacting with them, listening to their music, singing songs with them, and still working on my knitting because it really relaxes me and overall I think makes me a better parent. I have pretty much the best roommate in the world, and we've been rewatching Stranger Things, starting with season 1, and I am really into Stranger Things, so that's why I'm giving the TV some pretty devious looks. Here I'm working on one of my Luxe beanies. This one in particular is a gift for a friend, and I have since finished it. Yay, I'm actually getting stuff done. It feels so good. I am always noticing knits, and Nancy has some amazing knits in this season of Stranger Things. Some sweater vests. I'm definitely think I'm going to have to make a sweater vest inspired by Nancy pretty soon. That's my cat, Itsy Marie. I love her. She's part Maine Coon. She is 2 years old, and she unfortunately has had a lot of homes. One of my coworkers asked me if I could take her because she wasn't getting along with the other cats, and she was actually getting like physically ill and losing some of her fur and stuff. And so I took her in just for like a trial week, and of course fell madly in love with her. And she's a wonderful knitting companion, although she is guilty of chewing on yarn and making it wet and disgusting, which is a sensory ick, but I still love her. I think double pointed needles look so badass. They look complicated, they look cool, I love it. I love to bust out some double pointed needles in public and get some strange looks. But I decided to show this because I actually do get a lot of questions about like, how do you make the hat smaller at the top, or what does that look like? And this is what it looks like. You just use double pointed needles. They look way trickier than they are, but I just think they look awesome. This is one of my morning knitting sessions before work. I really like listening to music, all different types of music, but my favorite is hip hop music. And I could share some of my playlists if anyone's interested, but here I am listening to a local Kansas City hip hop artist and just starting my morning off aggressively, getting ready for traffic, getting ready for my day, just getting ready. We all need reminders sometimes, right? I can't keep track of all the techniques. I knit and crochet and do some spinning, so it's not uncommon for me to look up a tutorial even on simple things like maybe weaving in ends into crochet. If I haven't done it in a long time, I want to watch someone else do it a couple of times again really well before I do it myself. I don't know. This is another 6 a.m. knitting session, and I find great peace in these morning knitting sessions. Unfortunately, probably for a lot of you, my most joyful hobbies kind of intersect each other and I can't do them all at once. For example, I love playing video games as well as writing. I can achieve like flow state with both video games, writing, and fiber arts, and I really enjoy just to be doing, to be not thinking, or to be thinking very intently but having fun doing it, like a fun puzzle or color work. That's when my mind is at its happiest, in the early mornings when I'm just in that flow state, you know. Pretty much me and all my kooky friends are into spooky stuff, spooky colors and Halloween stuff, horror movies and things like that year round. So I'm not going to have any trouble getting rid of these socks. I already have a couple people that want them, but I think they're going to be a Christmas present for one of my dear friends who I don't think has experienced the joy of hand knit socks before. And when I'm making gifts for people, as well as when I'm making things to sell, I really try to put good intention and joy in every stitch. I will not create for someone else when I'm in a bad mood. I have kind of different projects that I'll work through on those days. But I really try to meditate good intention for the person. Like, there really is, I love when people say love in every stitch, because there really is love and thought and intention in every stitch when I'm creating. If it looks like I'm chewing, it's because I am. I had to get a little treat because I went to the laundromat and I did the hard thing, even though it's raining and feels like 11 degrees outside, because even though like a week ago it was 83, winter has finally hit in the Midwest. I've been experimenting a lot with standing up while I'm doing crafts, and I think the reason is just because I do crafts a lot and I'm trying to be more health conscious. It's really not good for you to sit for prolonged periods of time. So if you can, when you're knitting or crocheting, it's easier with knitting, I think, than crocheting. But if you can, just stand up a little bit, do some stretches. I pace around a little bit. I even do this at work. Like, it really helps me focus, helps me relax, helps me with projects. Obviously not all the time, but I think there is a time and a place for knitting in the workplace. I was definitely thinking about the Dollar Tree right down the street while I was waiting for my clothes to finish in the washer, because you already know that my plan was to go to the Dollar Tree and see if they have any colors, which, spoiler alert, they totally do. I am a person that likes doing laundry, and I like going to the laundromat. Probably one of the reasons I like doing laundry is because I always have knits in there. This time I had 3 or 4 hats that I had soaked with Soak, one of my favorite products I talked about earlier, and then just use some fabric softener on it to make it really nice, soft and fluffy. And I love doing laundry. It's relaxing to me. So I choose to go to the laundromat. Our apartment complex does have laundry facilities on site, but it's just easier to go to the laundromat, and honestly a little bit more fun for me, especially on rainy days like today. Like, it's kind of like going somewhere, but not really. Like, no one expects you to look great. It's just the laundromat. So always a chill place for me at the one that I go to. I think we all know what we're waiting for. Okay, this is a Dollar Tree in North KC. Let's check it out and see what they have. That beautiful salmon color immediately caught my eye, and I bought 2 of those. Those are going to make beautiful scrunchies, and it's one of my favorite colors. Thanks for coming with me, getting some supplies. I've had a lot of fun, and I'll see you next time.